Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Yep, I finished the grind for the camos in multiplayer at the very least and unlocked the Mastery Camo Interstellar. Uh, Took me a little while, it was a bit of a grind, but the end is now there. We've reached it. We've reached it. At least with the base weapons. Obviously, DLC weapons will keep the grind going throughout the year. Already, we've got an LMG that I haven't even started leveling up. I'll save that for Season 1. But yeah, we're going to be playing with not necessarily all my favorite guns, but because there's still like guns in various categories that I'm kind of playing around with, seeing whether I like this one or that one. So I'm still experimenting with certain categories with which guns I like. But yeah, we're going to be playing with all the various weapon types with Interstellar on it. So yeah, Interstellar unlocked. Obviously, the challenge is to complete the grind for at least 36 different weapons. And that's the base weapon challenges for them, and then also the mastery challenges for it. And the mastery challenges have their own set of requirements to progress through them. So once you complete the base challenges, you'll unlock gold. Complete gold, you'll eventually unlock forge once you meet the requirements for that also, which some of them, for all of them, require completing X number of weapons in that category. And then once you complete Forge, you can start working on Priceless once you have completed 50, what? That's got to be a mistake, right? 51 Platinum challenges. I presume it means 36 Forge camos. And then you'll be able to work on Priceless. And then once you've completed Priceless on 36 different weapons, you will finally unlock Interstellar. Until very recently, all 36 base weapons were the only options you had. But they've already released a new LMG, and with Season 1, there'll be more weapons to alternate or swap out if you're not liking something or the other. But yeah, let's take a quick preview of the camo and... yeah, Interstellar unlocked. It's been quite the long hours grinding out the various weapons and all. The bulk of the grind is leveling up the weapons, which thankfully Zombies mode was quite entertaining. So you don't have to sit through the full SBMM of leveling up guns in multiplayer. You can kind of go to Zombies if you prefer it and level them up there. But you do need to come back to multiplayer if you want to earn the multiplayer camos and eventually unlock Interstellar, which is a multiplayer mastery camo. Yeah, that's what needs to be done. I did a bulk of leveling up in Zombies, a little bit of leveling up in multiplayer, and then the camo grind was obviously all done in multiplayer. So the plan is we're going to try out different weapons in each category. So one assault rifle, and for today I'm thinking the MTZ 556. Then wait, I have this field. All right. Clearly, part of the grind was a mounted challenge that I needed. Then for the battle rifle, we've got the MTZ 762. SMG, we've got the Rival 9. I've kind of made a few adjustments to my Rival 9 build based on what was popular, and currently seems to be the meta for the pros was this one stock that I didn't have equipped, so I swapped out for that. But then the other attachments are what I used. Shotgun, we've got the Haymaker. LMG, we've got the Holger 26. Marksman rifle, I'm still experimenting which marksman rifle I like. So today I'm going to just try out the KVD Enforcer. I might actually make some adjustments to it. Like I'm thinking maybe I'll change the muzzle to a silencer, but I don't want to do that just yet. So we'll try it out and maybe I'll make some adjustments on the fly with that one. Sniper, the KV Inhibitor. Handgun, we've got the Core 45. And then the melee weapon, we've got the, what is this called? Gutter knife. Obviously, there is one more category, but we're not going to do that in this stream. It's the launcher. Launcher needs to be done, at least if you want to complete all the base weapons. And we did complete it. I did complete it, but we're not going to showcase that on this stream. We'll do a preview of it at the end, possibly, like of the camo on the launcher. But yeah, plan is based on the map, I'll pick which weapon, and then after the match, we will do the preview for that said weapon. Timestamps will be then in the description if you guys want to check out something specific once the stream goes into the archives. Right, let's jump right in. Also, maybe I'll talk about the weapon categories a little bit during the preview animation. Do a little talk on it, brief. The tentative plan for this year is to do similar to what I did last year. We'll do a Master Masteries for each weapon, showcasing the camos that you can earn from them, and thing. That's the tentative plan. Partially, I kind of don't even want to do that. It's like, dude, whatever. But at least it gives me something to do during the seasons, right? It helps like level up the officer ranks and all that, giving me reason to jump on. So yeah, tentatively we will do that. This is the first time I'm using the camo in-game. Unfortunately, ping is not being kind to me on my first game with the camo. I might just do a restart, dude. Fucking shit-ass connection. Yeah, these guys are such fucking dorks, dude. Dude, the guy just goes back up to that same fucking spot, dude. Yeah, I might do a restart. This game's fucking annoying. I'll take the win, but okay, restart. What's up, Slayo?
The mission is complete. Good work.
It's a 100 ping lobby. You know, we'll do a restart. We'll call that the warm-up. First game with Interstellar. Fucking bullshit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna keep going. I don't really want to do a restart. I don't. If the second game goes poorly, then maybe we'll do a restart. Yeah, I mean, out of all the categories, the assault rifles were like definitely the better of the lot. Like with the way the game plays, assault rifles, the bulk of them were like reasonably good, and when you get the right attachments on them, they get very good. This one was obviously like a more aggressive SMG styled play, but works like an assault rifle, so you can be a little more aggressive with it. But then there's so many good stuff with the assault rifles, the MCW or whatever it was, that's very accurate and reliable. Then the DG58, the burst one, very high powerful, like really high power and quite fun to use in this game. The Holger is also pretty good. The SVA is kind of uniquely interesting. Like it's definitely can do something with it. FR 5.56 was decent once you get the right build, but yeah, a lot to choose from as far as assault rifles go with the different.
Taken the lead. Nice one.
Yeah, I keep thinking I'm like hidden there, but it's fucking Oi.
Tag secure. Kill confirmed.
Ah.
Beating on attack. You're halfway to mission complete. Finish it. You've lost the lead.
Hey.
UAV ready to deploy. Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO. The enemy's taken the lead. The enemy holds the lead.
Dude, teammate just ran past this one. Come on, man. Don't play like that.
Throwing stun grenade. Enemy UAV active. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area.
The battle rifles are interesting, I guess. They're not awful. They are fun to use. But definitely, like, I believe the Sidewinder needs a buff. Like, that's what the common consensus is. What's interesting about the battle rifles is both the Sidewinder and the other battle rifle, they are actually kind of decent semi-automatic. In fact, I should probably try this one in semi-automatic and see how much I like it. It kind of, by going semi-automatic, you kind of get that reduced recoil issue. Like, and it's harder hitting than, you know, like some of the other weapons. So I do think like maybe the battle rifles might benefit from just playing semi-automatic with it and just experimenting with that. I probably should have tried it on this one too. This one, I think it's more like viable full auto. But the other two, like semi-automatic, actually can get some work done, you know. But I think they are probably going to buff the battle rifles across the board, with maybe the Sidewinder getting a more substantial buff than. This one, the Marksman rifle, I feel like I need to experiment a little bit to see which one I like the best. Yeah, I'm liking this one. This is the harder hitting one for sure. I mistook it for the MTZ yesterday, but this is the one I wanted to experiment with. Ah, I shouldn't have.
Got your six, twin.
We have taken the lead.
No!
Mark the target.
Friendly UAV online.
Moving here.
Hey. I want to experiment. I want to try out a silence on this gun, but maybe not today. I'm not sure. But, I think I should be experimenting in this stream. There's a sniper there too.
Moving here.
Hostiles deployed a mosquito. Friendly UAV on station.
Moving here.
Mission time is half over. Maintain the lead. You're halfway to mission complete. Finish it.
Ui.
Copy that. UAV is fuel. Mark copy. Counter UAV on station. Running in.
No, I knew I shouldn't have.
Friendly UAV online. Hostile mosquito is online.
They're here.
Counter UAV.
The area.
Hostiles deployed a mosquito.
Found a riot shield.
They really got to fix the ping, so like it doesn't prioritize fucking weapons in multiplayer. Like I said, I understand it for. Warzone, but multiplayer it really doesn't make a lot of sense.
Hostile SAE near your position. One minute remaining. Hostile launched a cruise missile. Seconds remain. Seconds remaining. Friendly UAV
Disregard
on
that.
The mission is complete. Good work.
What up, hero? How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, this is the better marksman rifle. I'm liking it. A little harder hitting. This is the one I was looking for. I couldn't remember which one. Yeah, been trying to figure out my spot with the marksman rifle. This definitely feels where I want to be. I like the harder hitting one. Like, honestly, it's so weird. A lot of these guns in this game feel like the step downs in what was like Modern Warfare 2. Like, a lot of the marksman rifles feel like where the battle rifle should be, right? A lot of the snipers feel like where the marksman rifle should be. A lot of, it's like that, right? It's like, gosh, it's so weird. Like, I definitely do feel like the marksman rifles, the bulk of them are a little too weak as far as for the category that it's in, But they are effective, and not to say that they're not usable. They're very usable. It's just like you need to take a few more shots with it than you'd expect when you're using a marksman rifle, at least from what we were trained in Modern Warfare 2, right? But yeah, this one's, I knew there was a harder hitting marksman rifle. I just couldn't remember which one this one is, the harder hitting one. Then like the MCW is not as hard hitting, but a little more reliable, similar to the assault rifle category. And then there's the DCW, again, a little harder hitting, but not as hard hitting kind of thing. Yeah, it's like a mixture of all sorts of nonsense.
Moving here.
Moving. Friendly UAV online.
Melee weapon, mark.
Ay.
Friendly cluster mine planted. Friendly UAV on station. Mission complete. Finish it. Friendly UAV online. Mission time is half over. Maintain the lead. Hostile UAV in the area. I got you, Six. Friendly cluster mine deployed.
Ay.
Moving here. Moving here. Moving here. Moving here.
Care package. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Remain. Remaining. The mission is complete. Good work.
Yeah, that guy was playing the longbow like a marksman. That's smart. I was playing it like a sniper, but slow. Yeah, like I said in the battle rifle, these snipers play more like marksman rifles. I probably should build it a little quicker movement with it, like low zoom optic and some stuff like that. Obviously, the big sniper rifle, I don't know what it's called, but that one plays more like a traditional like 50 cal kind of sniper kind of thing. Whereas these ones, both the longbow and this, both play like marksman rifles more than sniper rifles. You can't, like, this one plays a little closer. It's like a much harder hitting marksman rifle, so you can treat it more like the sniper that it's supposed to be. Whereas the longbow, you probably should just treat it like a marksman rifle, honestly. No way. Who picked this, dude? Who picked this over Skid Row? I could have done the LMG on it. I should have just stayed. But man, these maps, you just end up running around more than you actually get into gunfights. Yeah, I'm just gonna back out. Yeah, probably back out of this. Game in progress too. Plus 100 ping. Let's do a quick game of high rise. Do the SMG. Another thing I'll say, the snipers are actually very effective in this game also. For obvious reasons. Looks good, man.
Target area. Target area located. Secure the hard point. Hostile unity in area.
Fuck, man, this goddamn thing, man.
Enemy UAV active. We've secured the lead. Friendly cruise missile deployed. Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Hard point. Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Hostiles launched the cruise missile. Enemies inside the perimeter. Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Hard point relocating. Secure the target area. Enemies inside the perimeter. One minute remaining. Ready to deploy. Copy. UAV orbiting the area. Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Target area updated. Move to the hard point. Hard point compromised. Secure the area. 30 seconds remain.
No.
Friendly UAV online. Ten seconds remaining. Hard point relocating. Stand by. Hard point relocated. Secure the target area. You're halfway to mission complete. Finish it. Hostile remote turret detected. The mission is complete. Good work.
Alright, we're gonna do one game of Rust Mint for the shotgun. And we'll probably come back for the melee weapon also. But Get that out of the way also. Then we'll do LMG and handgun and the regular maps. This is a good build for the Rival 9. That stock helped a lot. Yeah, SMGs are a little weak in this game. Not too many maps where it's like super viable to get up close. That's why I like shotgun. I'm like dread every time we have gameplay for shotgun because the maps aren't conducive. But there will be new maps and more maps where it will be more conducive. So, but yeah, Rival 9 is probably the go-to SMG for most people, I think. That AMR, it's good for close range and stuff like that, but once you start stretching out the ranges, it's not really viable. Dude, teammate. Come on. Ah. There's nothing inherently wrong with the shotguns in this game. It's more like the maps don't cater to it really well. There's obviously favela that you can get away with the shotguns, right? But otherwise, most of the maps have limited close range combat where shotguns will excel. There might be like some maps where there's certain sections where the shotgun would excel, but otherwise the rest of the map is not really a good idea. Oh, it's unfortunate. But new maps, MW2 maps, shotguns will be viable in those. We're not playing this.
Friendly UAV online. Team deathmatch.
Yeah, you know what? Just give me a second. I have to take a shit. I have to. It's like fucking on the brink. So we'll play this preview animation. I'm gonna take a quick shit, and like it's been bugging me the whole stream. Just give me a second. I'll be back. I'll do it quick. and interstellar shit. Yeah, I've been celebrating completing the grind, eating all sorts of garbage, few desserts. Yesterday's dessert, unfortunately, did not sit well with me. Gave me the shits. The whole stream, dude, I've been holding it too. I'm like, dude, I'll complete the stream. I'll complete the stream. But it's sort of ruining my experience completing the stream. What to do? Like, I could have held it, but I'd rather not, man, and just enjoy the games. It's been sort of oddly enough, like, I really need to take the shit, right? And after that shipment came, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need to take a shit, man. That was fucking the doo-doo for me right there. And then, like, when I started searching for the LMG, it came back. I was like, yeah, you need to go. You need to go hit that toilet. Quickly. Yeah, I could have held it, but it's just like, dude, it was ruining the matches for me. I was like not enjoying playing because I needed all in the back of my head. I'm like, dude, I really need to go fucking take a shit, dude. Go to that toilet. Little caca poo poo action. That sniper looking for me. How did I not get the assist? They didn't kill him, dude.
Taking fire. Visual on the enemy.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Dude. Ah.
Enemy UAV active.
What's your back?
Wait.
The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back. Hostile UAV in the area. The enemy holds the lead. Clock. Hostile deployed a mosquito.
Target.
Copy. UAV orbiting the area. Gun is online.
Oh my god, what a fucking...
UAV on station. Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
No. Dude, those mosquito drones need to have a very short timer, dude. Otherwise, they're a little too OP.
Still blocked.
Getting hit hard. Final mission failed.
What's up, Chowdhury? Yeah, I'm Bengali, but I don't speak Bengali. My dad on my dad's side. Pratyajit. My dad's side is Bengali. I mean, honestly, for some of the ranges, this gun was pretty laser-like, dude. I was actually kind of a little impressed that it was beaming some of the people at the ranges in that game. Definitely, this is like the standout LMG for me, the Holger. If you want very traditional LMG gameplay, the Ponyamat or whatever, that, I don't know how to say it, but that really big LMG, that's a very hard-hitting kind of traditional LMG style. This one's like more like hybrid assault rifle. But honestly, like almost any time since the gunsmith has been created, the best LMG builds are the hybrid builds. Like they just are. Or like if you build it more for like maneuverability. Like they're just more viable and entertaining. Otherwise, you're locked down so heavily with those larger mags. And I live in Bangalore. Been here for almost 2 decades now, or maybe longer than that, honestly.
Kill confirmed. Eliminate our foes and grab their tags.
On your six.
We secured the lead. We've lost the lead.
No, that was bad.
We have taken the lead.
I might back out of this. This map is too close quarters often. I would have loved this for shotgun. Good, one more death. Yeah, I'm just gonna go find a different one. This pistol's just not hard hitting enough to deal with super close quarters, and it's not got the range for long range. You just need like medium range, something or the other, and then you might get away with it, right? Even then, the pistols in this game, going primary pistol is asking for trouble. This map's also not really good for it, man. Jeez. Some of these games just like they just won't play well with these guns, man. You gotta be like super selective. I'm actually oddly enough really keen on them bringing the Modern Warfare 2 maps that they've added so far into the quick play playlist, because that will alleviate the like burden of a lot of the different issues that most of these maps have.
We've lost the lead. Team deathmatch. Hostile UAV in the area. Taking the lead. Enemy UAV active. Taking the lead. Hostile UAV in the area. UAV active. Hostile squad ahead.
No. What are teammates doing, man? This movement. I mean, as a secondary, the handguns are fine. It's when you want to use it as a primary, it's like, yeah, then they're not really. And it's usually never been. It's usually always been a bit of a struggle. But there's always been at least like one setup for the pistols that you can sort of get away with as a primary. Uh, Obviously, last year, the Deagle was just an absolute beast of a secondary. So You know, it was kind of the oddity out of all the games. But there has always been like a reasonably decent pistol. In this game, I've just not found it. Like this pistol you get away with partially as a primary. Most competent players will outgun you, though. Like even semi-competent ones will outgun you. Why we got rust on this, dude? Please tell me we're gonna get shipment. We're not playing rust. How like anyway? I don't know. When you want rust, no one's picking rust. When you want shipment, suddenly you've got the rust game, right? Again, someone will pick shipment, right? God, these guys are hunkering down in that. No way, dude. Oh, okay, we're back. Shit. I think my net cut out for a second there. Alright. It's fine. We're back. We'll do it again. We'll run it back. Shit. If I had to redo the whole stream just for the last game, I'd have been pissed. I mean, some of the games I wouldn't mind redoing, like the assault rifle game. Fuck. I was doing okay there, though, man. No. Fuck, man. How, man? How is this a thing, man? Honestly, when you want Rust, you never fucking get into the lobby. Yeah, the net cut out, I think, for a short bit, but looks like it reconnected. That's good, I guess. I did, Slayer. At the end of my unlocking Interstellar, I did a little celebration, I guess, where I thanked everyone. Yeah, it's timestamped if you go check that stream out. It's not going to be like I'm not going to do like a special video or like a post or anything. It's in my stream at the end. It's good enough. Considering I'm a streamer, I think that's a more valuable spot to put it in. But yeah, timestamped in the Unlocking Interstellar stream. Yeah. Would recommend watching it if you want to see what I had to say. It was just mainly me thanking everyone for being part of the 1,000 subscriber, getting me to that milestone. Hey. Dude, I stunned myself, man.
Enemy down. Took a round. Watch your fire. Check fire. Watch your fire. Incoming. Watch your fire. Grenade.
I really wish like that'd be maybe like if you got a riot shield, just a slightly slower animation, but you still get the kill. You know, if you get behind them and you knife them.
Incoming. I'm hit.
That shouldn't have been a kill, dude.
Fire.
Dude, our teammate, man, come on, shoot him.
Watch your fire. Grenade.
God.
Check fire. Around.
How does it not knife him, man? Fuck, man. This gutter knife is actually pretty good. Like I would wager it's probably better than the like combat knife in Modern Warfare 2. Like oddly enough, like usually like with most melee weapons, if you swing it like and you miss, it's not wise to try to turn and try to swing again on the thing. You'll get gunned down doing that. But with this one, you've got like a really fast swing, it feels like. So you can sort of turn on people and get your second attempt off quickly. Also, I probably guess because of the time to kill, you can get away with stuff like that. In this game, like with the right maps, again, most of the maps are not conducive to close quarter combat. But with the right maps, melee is beastly. Actually, it's a lot of fun. You can do some nasty business with the melee weapons, including the Modern Warfare 2 ones. They're all viable. So, yeah, I keep saying it throughout this whole stream, but the map selection is in desperate need of at least the maps, the Modern Warfare 2 maps that they brought during that playlist, that they've kind of like they brought during the Modern Warfare 2 playlist. Once that gets integrated into the quick play playlist, it will alleviate some of the issues with not having that kind of like medium close range balance kind of thing, right? Interstellar played with, enjoyed, unlocked. Before anything, let's just do a quick preview of all the weapons we've used today with Interstellar. So the assault rifle, actually really, like I didn't do well with my assault rifle gameplay to the point where I wanted to do a restart, but decided to just push on. This is a really good gun. I would highly recommend people try it out. But it's, again, more of an SMG, more assault rifle, but SMG property build, like weapon. I think for the first, like I was so tempted today for the gameplay to be the MCW or whatever. I was like, let's just use that. It probably would have gone better off in the first game for the scrapyard playing out. But still, I like this gun. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And usually when I'm using this gun, I think I'm going to be more willing to be aggressive, right? So that's why I enjoy it a little bit more. It encourages that aggression a little bit. But yeah. Yeah, battle rifle. I think this will probably be my main battle rifle. Unless they nerf it or something, which I doubt. Like I said, I think the battle rifle category will probably receive a buff in the near future, and more than likely, these will probably get slight buffs, but with the Sidewinder requiring a larger buff to make more viable. But yeah, and like I said, I would actually encourage trying these battle rifles semi-automatic. It wouldn't be a bad idea. It's not a bad idea if you got a good trigger finger, and like I said, it reduces that whole like recoil issue with it, so you can really go to town with it if you're willing to just slam on the trigger a little bit. Yeah, Rival 9, the adjusted stock that I did made a world of difference. I was watching and checking out some builds on this. And although this is not a necessarily pro build, the stock is definitely like the go-to stock for this gun. So I'm glad I made that adjustment. I'll have to save this as part of my build. But yeah, I'm digging the Rival 9 now. It's become a little bit more better, more viable for me. I was questioning it, trying out some other ones that I might have considered. But in hindsight now, it was more just I needed to adjust the build on the Rival 9 to get it to where I want it. And yeah, that was good. With the shotgun, I said this a few times, like, I don't know which shotgun, I'm not sure. But again, it's more to do with the maps than the shotgun. I think this is the shotgun I would enjoy using, the way it plays out. It seems to be like what I like in a shotgun. It's just like daunting to use on some of the maps. I've said this throughout the whole stream. Most of the maps are just not conducive to close quarter combat. And we need a little bit more of it, more of that kind of like gameplay to make shotgun less of a stressful game. That's why I just jumped into shipment for the shotgun gameplay, because it would have been a little painful. Like I'm constantly keeping my fingers crossed for like that favela map. As I did that, I can maybe get away with shotguns. But anything else than that, it's like, this is going to be painful. Even something like terminal and all, it's just too many long lines of sight that you have to traverse through that the shotgun won't have range in, that you're just going to get gunned out. And, you know, and unfortunately, like all the shotguns will fall under that category. But yeah, this one, I'm digging it more and more. I just need the good maps that would showcase shotgun gameplay better, you know. Yeah, LMG hands down, this is the gun for me so far. It just like I don't like the really heavy LMGs. Like it is kind of fun hunkering down and just beaming people, but I get bored quick doing that. So I'll start wanting to just move around, you know, because there are rare occasions where I'm like totally down for the camp, right? But more times than not, like the camp gets boring and I just want to like run around a little bit, even if it means me dying a few more times than I would like. And this allows that, and it allows for multi-gun fights, right? You still want to treat it like an LMG. You don't want to treat it like an SMG, but you're more maneuverable with it than like the heavier LMGs, right? So I like it. So, I mean, I hope it doesn't catch a nerf or anything, because it'd be unfortunate. I'd wager it might, though. Knowing the developers, they always like nerfing the fun stuff, right? And it's not even that. It's not like it's like OP fun. It's just fun. But developers will still consider that OP fun and then end up nerfing it. Yeah, Marksman rifle, I'm glad I tried out this KV inhibitor. Like when I was doing the priceless grind, there was a what's it called, Marksman rifle that was really hard hitting, and I'm like, damn, that's a really good Marksman rifle. I need to use that. I need to try that. And because the priceless grind was such a blur, because it was such a long grind, just knocking out as many and as fast as I can, I couldn't remember which weapon it was. It was this one, and this one's a beast of a Marksman rifle. I think I'm digging it a lot. I do want to mess around with the silencer on it, but at the moment, yeah. And also, I think the muzzle attachment is probably not the optimal one. I was just using what I could use. But yeah, I think once I mess around with the muzzle and maybe even the barrel, I don't know. I don't remember doing this when I'd ground out this gun, but I put like it looks like one of the long barrels on there. Yeah, this one might be even longer. Well, this one's got an integrated suppressor. This might also be fun to test out. Interesting. So maybe some trial with the Marksman rifles to see where and how I want it. Like, I don't know. I don't think this is the optimal build, but it looks like there's a lot of fun stuff that I can mess around with and experiment and see what ends up becoming the optimal build for this. But I'm liking how hard hitting it is. Yeah, the sniper, like, honestly, usually I hate sniping. I do. And this game, even though I'm still not great at it, and I'm still treating it very much like a sniper heavily, when I did the grind for the sniper, it was OP. It's just OP. Like, time to kill and stuff like that, if you're a good sniper, you're going to excel in this game. And even if you're an okay sniper or a bad sniper, you're going to get away with sniper gameplay for the most part. Not always, but for the most part. Again, probably want to adjust the build, man. Like both this and the longbow, like you don't really need to treat it like a sniper. Like I said earlier in the stream, a lot of the snipers, a lot of the guns feel like the step downs of Modern Warfare 2. So both this and the longbow are like more hybrid marksman rifles. Obviously, the other sniper is a sniper. So I could probably adjust the scope and stuff to make it more conducive to marksman rifle style gameplay and get away with it and probably enjoy it a lot more. But when I'm sniping, which, like I said, I'm not a good at sniping, and I'm not the biggest fan of sniping. But when I want to snipe, I want to kind of be a little more traditional with the scope, optic, and all that, right? And even though I might not be great at it, I do get joy of sniping on occasions. Like I just want to lay back and play the sniper role, right? So that's why I didn't build it like a marksman rifle potential, push it for a little more aggression. I kept it more sniper heavy, But yeah, it's probably wiser to build it more marksman rifle and take advantage of the hard hitting aspects of the rifle also, Make it more maneuverable while keeping its hard hitting aspects. Yeah, handgun. Honestly, the Core 45, I've been kind of dogging the handgun, not being a great option as a primary. But every time I've pulled it out, or at least the games that I pulled it out and I've not rage quit, I've done all right for myself with it. It's not like it's completely unusable and you can't get away with going pistol only. It seems viable enough. I just wish, like I said, after coming out of Modern Warfare 2, where you had a pocket marksman rifle with a deagle, it does feel like the step down, right? It's like, oh my God, I got to work for my pistol gameplay now. But it is fun. It is fun. Actually, the other thing is, I could potentially just go the Renetti route and use the aftermarket part and make it like an SMG, right? And that it alleviates that kind of pistol style gameplay and makes it a tad bit more SMG-like. And I heard the aftermarket part for the tiers coming in Season 1. I saw it. It's actually huge. It makes it more like a rifle. Probably could go that route also, and that larger marksman rifle aftermarket part with the tier. But I'm debating. I'm usually when I do these showcase streams, even though some of the guns are hybrid styles, like the LMGs and all that, I still want that traditional feel for that gameplay, right? So I don't want to go completely out of whack with the gun, making it an SMG or making it into a completely marksman. The aftermarket part for the tier, it looks like a marksman rifle. It looks like that. And when I saw the picture of it yesterday night, it kind of hit me. I'm like, man, I don't want to be I'm doing handgun gameplay and then pull out this aftermarket part pistol that looks exactly like a marksman rifle. The fun of running around with a deagle in Modern Warfare 2 was a pistol. It was just a really strong pistol, but it still looked and played like a pistol, right? Whereas I suspect the tier 1 aftermarket part's gonna play more like a marksman rifle, even though. So I might end up just sticking with this, even though it is kind of gonna hold me back a tad bit, gameplay wise, with the potential of a aftermarket part handgun SMG or an aftermarket part handgun marksman rifle. At least it feels more like a handgun gameplay, right? Like I said, deagle was technically a pocket marksman rifle, but it looked and played like a handgun, which is what I liked about it, right? That's why also I don't use snake shots often and all. I don't like that kind of feel to it when I'm using a pistol. I don't mind dual wielding a pistol, but snake shots and all tend to get boring. It's nah. If I want to do shotgun gameplay, I'll do shotgun gameplay. And like I said, the melee weapons are good. They're good. I didn't really like the karambit. Like that requires you to be a lot closer. Where this one's got a little more range, I feel. Sledgehammer's done melee weapons, seasonal melee weapons, like Treyarch did, and like Infinity War did also, like somewhat in this current Modern Warfare 2. Definitely looking forward to seeing some more Sledgehammer melee weapons and trying them out and seeing how they play out. Otherwise, I just enjoy the Tonfas like gameplay. It's just fun. It's fun doing that stuff, right? It's like it was the fun like that you had of the Cali sticks, right? It's similar Tonfa fun. But yeah, looking forward because this gutter knife was actually really good. For a melee weapon, it's kind of like a beast. Like, if it was between this and the combat knife, I'd probably pick this. But when it's this and the Tonfas and the dual Kodachis and stuff like that, it's like, I might want to go for the funner stuff, more exciting stuff. But this is also fun and exciting. It just would like to see some more stuff from Sledgehammer melee-wise because I am interested now. I am interested. And before we just wrap everything up, let's actually I'm going to go through every weapon just quickly, not necessarily deep dive into it, but let's just... So SVA, it's decent. It's got that unique property of like the hyper burst for the first few shots, which actually makes it interesting, like burst firing it at longer ranges, but you still want to keep it like full auto for close to medium ranges, which is, when I first played, this was the first gun I ground out. When I did that, I was like, dang, dude, I like the fact that they made value to burst firing at longer ranges because I've been enjoying that concept in Battlefield of late. So I do like the fact that they did it here. Like in Modern Warfare 2, like if you like burst your gun, you still had to deal with a lot of the recoil issues even while you're bursting. Whereas this one, if you're burst firing, even if it's on full auto and you're just still bursting the like shots, right? The recoil is reduced. You actually get recoil benefits from doing that, which is what makes it so viable at longer ranges when you do that. Again, MTZ, like I said, it's that aggressive assault rifle build that you want to go for, right? And that makes this very exciting to use as far as gameplay goes. Like if you have that itch, like for me, like I'm an assault rifle gameplay. Like out of all the guns, I'm gonna want to gravitate to the assault rifle. But if I want that aggressive assault rifle gameplay, this is gonna be the gun I'm gonna be using, right? The Hulka, man, honestly, I don't even remember it as far as the grind goes. Everyone says it's OP, but I honestly can't even remember it. So whatever impressions it made, it was minimal. MCW is obviously like kind of like the M4 kind of gun, right? Even though it's the ACR. It's reliable, accurate, and not necessarily the best time to kill, but it's so reliable you probably will get a good time to kill kind of thing. The DG58, again, this is another one of them. Like, it's when I'm in the mood to maybe hang back and just like burst fire people, right? If I'm feeling assault rifle gameplay, but I just want to like hang back a tad bit, not necessarily be aggressive, this is probably going to be what I want to use. And then finally, the FR 5.56 is kind of like, I feel like the step down to the DG. So it's okay, but I would still side with the DG first. So out of all the assault rifles, I think it's the MTZ when I want to go aggressive. When I just want to balance gameplay, it'll be the MCW. I need to retry the Holger to see what it's all about because I just don't remember it. And then the DG is like kind of the hangback assault rifle. Battle rifle, the MTZ is just straight up what I'm enjoying as far as battle rifle goes. But both the BASPI and the Sidewinder, when you put it on semi-automatic, there is value to these two guns. I still think the Sidewinder probably needs a little bit more of a buff, even if like you're using it semi-automatic or whatever, but still needs a buff, right? But yeah, and considering the map selection in this game, you know, how so many of the lines are longer lines, right? These might actually be the better guns just switch it to semi-automatic, reduce that recoil issue because of the semi-automatic gameplay, and then start beaming people with them. Whereas the MTZ is kind of like the full auto like beast and all. Again, I need to mess around with semi-automatic with this because I don't remember. Yeah, you know. What was the 1 minute? What was the price list? Oh yeah, this was, dude, they're all actually really good semi-automatic. Now I remember. Yeah, they're all really good semi-automatic. Like I need to remember when I'm in maybe like some of the like larger maps to not worry about changing these guns to semi-automatic because they are good. No, this is the assault rifle. SMGs, honestly, the Striker was okay during the beta, but didn't leave much of an impression. The Wasp, I can't remember which one. I think it was the Swarm, but I'm not sure. One of the Wasps is really good. Like, you can be very aggressive with it. But I can't remember which one. And it's kind of like that MP7 fun, the Wasp, right? Like, it's an Uzi, I think, right? That's what it is, but you get that kind of aggressive run around, but it's reasonably accurate and you can start like blasting away kind of thing. The AMR9 was good when I ground it out in Shipment and Rust. And it kind of surprisingly good. I'm like, oh my God, this might actually be better than the Rival 9. But the minute you start stretching out the ranges with it, it's like, yeah, that it doesn't have what it needs to have. And considering the bulk of most of the maps are long lines again, right? I feel like the AMR is just not going to be the valuable SMG that it could have been had there been more smaller maps to choose from. Again, Wasp, I can't remember which one, but one of them is really good. And the other one's okay, it wasn't great. So it's more like I need to remember which one was the good one. Because one of them was excellent. And then Rival 9, like, honestly, like, when I used this, it was, like, undoubtedly, like, the good SMG, dude. It was, like, clear-cut, top-notch. Striker 9, I don't care for. Shotguns, Lockwood, you know, is slow, but you can get them one taps, which is nice. But if you don't, it's not nice. Haymaker, semi-automatic, a little more forgiving and stuff like that, but not as great a one-shot kill potential and all that, which is why I kind of like it. It's the forgiveness of it. And then the Riveter is just kind of like absurd fun, which I don't really care for in this game because it's really weak also. LMGs, this Pulyamot 762 is the one that I was telling you is this like a beast of like an LMG. It's so hard-hitting and just so, but very slow. DG and the Holger are like the more maneuverable ones, but the Holger definitely comes out on top for me. And then the Bruin is kind of like, again, heavier hitting, but if you're going for that heavier hitting, you probably want to go with full on with the Pulyamot. It's like these two. Like this one is a little more maneuverable, right? But it's still so slow, and you might as well just go with the like full on thing, right? Whereas this one's more maneuverable, but a little more hard-hitting, but slower. So if you're going for the more maneuverable LMG, you might as well go with the Holger. And the Holger is just, right now, hands down, the better LMG out the lot, in my opinion. KVD, the harder hitting of the Marksman rifles. MCW, more reliable, but not as hard-hitting, so you're definitely going to need follow-up shots, but it's accurate enough that you will get the follow-up shots. DM56, I think it's a little harder hitting than the MCW, but still like you'll need follow-up shots and stuff. When I was going for the priceless challenge, I was kind of impressed by this gun. So that's why I think I want to experiment more if I was to use this. But in the end of the day, I like a harder hitting marksman rifle. So the KVD Enforcer is where it's at. MTZ was just not as hard hitting. So like it just, you need follow-up shots, but it's a little slower and stuff like that. So I think KVD Enforcer for me, harder hitting marksman rifle feels a little more traditional style marksman rifle action. That's why I like it a lot. But yeah, if I wanted a little more faster fire rate stuff, I need to experiment with these two. Initially, I liked the MCW, is where I was gravitating to as far as the faster fire rating marksman rifles. I guess having that makes it a little more forgiving, but it also makes it more like a battle rifle than a marksman rifle, like a semi-automatic battle rifle, right? Which is what I didn't like about it. The CAT AMR is like super hard hitting, but extremely slow and stuff like that as far as snipers go. So definitely extremely traditional sniper gameplay. Whereas longbow is significantly more like a marksman rifle and probably would benefit from building like a marksman rifle while taking advantage of like its harder hitting sniper properties. Whereas the KV inhibitor is a tad bit more sniper, but also very heavily like influenced marksman rifle build kind of thing, you know. But tad bit more sniper, I feel. Less forgiving than the longbow with the follow-up shots, I feel, but a little bit harder hitting, right? Which is why I've been gravitating to it. It's a little bit more like more traditional sniper gameplay, I guess, but it still feels like a marksman rifle in all honesty. Riot Shield is the old one. Then pistols, like I said, the core, I feel like I get that traditional pistol action. And it's been effective. It's been surprisingly effective. Renetti, I know a lot of people like it because it's a pocket SMG once you like put that aftermarket part, right? So that's the benefit of it. And I think even if it's on burst, it might still be good. It might be worth trying out the Renetti on burst and seeing how it plays out in comparison to the core. But I've been getting away with the core 45 that I'm like, okay, I'm digging it. Whereas I feel like the Renetti, if you're not hitting those bursts or like the lag is there or something and some bullets are not registering and all, you might be in trouble kind of thing, right? The tier is an ass gun, dude. It's so bad, dude. Like, it's so annoying to use with the recoil and stuff. I definitely think the aftermarket part might make it a little more fun to use because I've said this, man. I miss the Deagle from Modern Warfare 2, man. Already I'm missing that gun. That gun was a beast. I do need to try it out in this game to see. I just don't think... I think with the higher damage output, I think the Deagle might not be viable anymore. That's why I've been avoiding it, going back to it. But, yeah. And then the Wasp, it's kind of cheesy and I don't really care for it. I mean, whatever. I think if you're going for this kind of gameplay with the Wasp, or the WSP Stinger, you might as well just be using the Renetti with the aftermarket part, right? That's just a better choice. Oh, we forgot to do the preview for the launcher. I'll do that after this. But yeah, the launcher is just kind of whatever. I'm glad, like one of my big things when we were switching and I was like, okay, if we're getting all the Modern Warfare 2 guns, what I definitely don't want is to repeat the grind of the launchers. Because, you know, there's only so many launchers you can have. You have a lock-on, you have a free fire, you've got the RPG, and you've got the Joker, right? So it's like, dude, if they're going to just give us like duplicate launchers, I don't want to be grinding. That'll be annoying to grind the camos on it. So I'm really glad they didn't do the duplicate launchers and they just gave us the noob tube. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. The challenges on it were annoying and buggy and annoying. But it was, at least we're not repeating like the Pila and the Joker and the RPG and the Strela. That would have been super annoying, right? And it looks like they have another launcher coming with season 1, which they could have put it in the launch and then it would have been like 2 launches and that would have been doubly annoying. So I'm kind of glad it's a DLC gun more than it was a launch gun. So I'm okay with that coming as DLC. But yeah, glad that they just did one launcher. And similarly, I'm glad they didn't like just add another combat knife, right? That would have been stupid. It's like, dude, why are you giving us another combat knife when we have the carry forward weapons, right? So I am glad that he went with the gutter knife and the karambit because they both play very differently from the combat knife. And like I said, the gutter knife is actually kind of good. It's fun as a melee weapon. It's decent, man. But I think fun factor action, I still like, prefer the Tonfa, like I said. But as far as melee, traditional style knifing melee, the gutter knife is really good. and probably better than the combat knife. It is better than the combat knife. Let's just put it that way. Karambit, I was like, yeah, I didn't really like it. I found like the range of it wasn't where I wanted it to be, so it became more annoying to deal with. I think. Yeah, just slightly less the range, but yeah, didn't care for it. Yeah, let's do the quick preview of the launcher since I forgot. With Interstellar. Yeah, really glad they didn't put like a bunch of launches to grind out and all. In the end of the day, like, I feel like a lot of these guns and all seem to have their place in this game, and it didn't. Like, I mean, assault rifles, SMGs, all that stuff is going to be similar to like that kind of style gameplay and all. But I'm very grateful they didn't do like what they did in the previous years, right? There was 2 riot shields and stuff like that, like in Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2019. So when it ended up getting implemented into Warzone, there was like 2 riot shields, and it just didn't make sense. It's like, why is this a thing, right? And I guess because there was no carry forward in the multiplayer, it made sense for multiplayer, but didn't really make sense once you like implemented them into Warzone and brought the weaponry. So yeah, definitely glad now that they're implementing the carry forward weaponry with this one. Like, they didn't have those kind of repeat weapons and expect you to grind them out and be like, oh, you won't get your mastery camo if you don't grind these out also. So yeah, it was nice that that was the case. That was definitely my big worry point. Like, I'm like, I don't want them doing that, you know, with the launches in particular. Because the launcher gameplay is always like so annoying to deal with, man. It's always one of the more annoying challenges of the last few years. It just gets like really annoying, boring, or buggy, and just you have to do cheeseball nonsense to get it over with. Whereas this one, just a single one, it's like, yeah, all right, whatever. It's good enough. So yeah, Interstellar unlocked, played with, enjoyed, had fun. Yeah, stream done. I did a quick tutty break in between. It happened, and the stream cut out for a second, but we managed to survive that. So works out, I guess. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already, and I will catch you later. We will most likely we'll do the Master of Masteries like Modern Warfare 2, where we'll check out each gun. I might not necessarily showcase my build from the grind. I might try to edit them to be more viable over when we're ready to do the streams. I might tweak on them, because a lot of the one thing is with the grind this year, thanks to zombies, leveling up in zombies and then doing the camo grind, it knocked out the camo grind very fast, but it also gave me less of a feeling for the guns, because I didn't have to play quite as much multiplayer with that gun and experiment with builds to see what I wanted to adjust and all. So a lot of my builds are very similar. It's like, oh, this one worked on that gun, let's just use it on this one. And if they needed mild adjustments, I would make mild adjustments. But in the end, what happened was, because the grind was so much faster thanks to leveling up in zombies and then doing the multiplayer grind for just the camos, I feel like a lot of my builds are not optimal builds. You know, it's just more like a hybrid of what I enjoyed with the previous gun, and I was like, I'll just keep going with that build, but maybe make like slight tweaks here and there. So I will maybe adjust builds for my Master Mastery streams to see what is more viable, and I might not also. It depends, you know. I'm debating on how I want to go about covering the guns for this base weapons, like order-wise. Like, do I go in the same order that I actually grounded out? If that's the case, then maybe I won't make quite as many adjustments to the build. Or do I go in random order and just make adjustments to the build? But, because I won't be testing out those adjustments, it kind of gets silly. So thinking more latter, we'll go in the order that I grounded out and then kind of maybe make minor adjustments, but try to keep it as similar to what I used during the grind. Something like that is more likely the scenario. Anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my streams if you haven't already, and I will catch you later. And if you're interested in my stats, I already showcased after I did the unlocking of Interstellar stream. So if you look at that stream, I showcase my stats. It's not great, but it's the grind stats, like post-grind stats that I had. I don't want to show it in this one because, like I said, it's already shown after the unlocking stream. So check out the unlocking Interstellar stream. Maybe I'll link it in the description. And yeah, that's where all the stats are. Again, not great stats. I'll bring my stats back up now that the grind is over. I mean, honestly, I say that, but in the end of the day, most of my playing this game is just me grinding out new weapons, the DLC weapons, and all. So my stats probably won't go up much. Because honestly, it'll just continue. The nonsense that I do in this game, it'll just continue. Me trying to focus on challenges more than actually trying to be good at it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my other streams if you haven't already, and I will catch you later. Bye. Yeah. First Master of Masteries for Modern Warfare 3. Went okay. Got a few good games and got dutied on a few times, but yeah, good enough.